Okay. Okay. On my back? On my back? Yay! I'm back! Lovely. Right, now to bring that up on my back. Yay! I'm back! Yes. Lovely. Right, now to bring that up on my back. Yay! I'm back! Yes. There we go. Right, now to bring that back up on my... Yep. Fantastic. All I need to do now is just bring this back up on my iPad. Get there. I'll get there. Don't you worry. Let's go to my videos. Maybe it's in my videos. No. Okay. I'm good. You? Yep, stream looking a lot smoother now. Fantastic. That is what I like to see. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Ray BK. I'm just trying to sort out... I'm just trying to put this on my channel. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Live. Bam. Yeah, tired, but good thanks, and stream for me is down. Yeah, it should be up now. Can you see it, Kai? Can you see it now, or...? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, good, so you can see it? Good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to put my track hour on. And Bob's your uncle. Let's just start up track hour as well. There we go. And just move it so that it now it's the full range of my head, and let's change it from default to smooth because I think smooth is nicer. And is track IR going to pick up? Is it says track IR is enabled? Let's just restart chase plane. There's a lot of starting and restarting lots of things. Yeah, iPhone was being silly. Yeah, well, I did stop the stream and then start it again, and I can see on my iPad here in front of me that the stream looks much smoother. So I think my recommended settings in the future will be OBS. And my track IR is working, but why is it not actually showing in P3D? There's so many things that just don't work, aren't there? That's the problem with... Okay, so my track IR is not actually picking up, or P3D isn't actually picking up my track IR, which is weird. I don't like that. Oh, come on, it was working just yesterday. So this is all the background crap that I go through to make a video on YouTube. This is why one of the reasons why my videos are less frequent than I would like them to be. I just don't like the fact that this kind of thing happens. Okay, game updates. Let's update it. Alright, let's stop it. Ah, there we go. There we go. It just needed updating. Silly thing. Let's put it back to smooth. Solid. Solid as a rock. We are good to go now. Okay, so yeah, iPhone was being silly. That's fine. Okay, so we are at East Mids. And the task I've set myself today is to fly from East Mids down to Cambridge. And I'm going to be doing it VFR. But I'm going to be using an NDB at Leicester as a rough guide, and then the NDB at Cambridge as a rough guide. So I'm going to take off transit to the south to Nottingham Markfield VRP, and from there on. So let's just set up vPilot. So what I'm going to call myself is Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Despite the fact that my aircraft registration and my aircraft texture is different. And this is going to be an AT-6. Actually, let's just double check the Texan T-6 aircraft code, just to make sure I don't get that wrong. And what can... AT-6, yeah. So calling it an AT-6 shouldn't be a bad idea. There we go, connect. And we have ATIS and tower. Let's go to... Well, actually, let's just sort ourselves out first in the aircraft. We have our controls lock on. So let's go and just open our window because we need some fresh air. It's a great piece of kit, but there are actually far cheaper and better solutions. I own the TrackIR, but today it is crazy price for what it is. Yeah, that's true. I think TrackIR, when it first came out, was a bit like, oh my goodness, look how easy this is. Look how this relatively modern technology is in an easy package for a set price. But now things have moved on, and you can pretty much do face tracking with a head cam, or with a just a standard camera that you use for like Skype. You can actually link it up and do face tracking. That's quite good. So at this point in life, if I was buying something again, I might not buy the same thing, but okay, let's take off P2 cover, tie downs, wheel chocks, control lock. Okay, so now we have full control. Let us go through. Okay, so we've got full fuel. Let's have a Heidi in the back, and let's have a load of Heidi's shopping. That's what that is. Okay, so let's have a look. Notes: prime 5 strokes before starting. Oil check temp before run up. Idle under 1,000 with cold engine. 110, 120 in pattern. 90 to 100 on approach. Max flap extension is 125. Gear 150. Approach speed. Okay. Good little notes. Upon entering cabin, turn prop 9 blades. Right. So I'm going to jump out of the aircraft and do some propeller turns. Oh, I think I actually have to. Hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just let it go for a little bit longer. You never know. And that's just cycling the cylinders, and that's cycling the oil in the cylinders specifically, because on a radial engine, you can stop now. On a radial engine, the oil in the cylinders kind of settles in the bottom of each cylinder, and you have to cycle that, or else it could completely damage the engine. I actually had the pleasure of flying a T6 in Norway in my last trip up to Norway for business. The Flying Aces Harvard is what they call it. Is what I was able to fly. The owner took me up for some circuits, and it was beautiful. I've got to release a video of that sometime soon. Right, so now that I've done that, let's go back to our checklist. Controls unlocked, seatbelts, shoulder harnesses on, flaps are up, fuel selector, desired tank. Both tanks are full, so let's put it on the left tank. Trims are neutral. Yep, neutral both. Gear switch is down. That is correct. Where's my gear switch? There's my flaps. Okay. Yep, gear is down. Radios are off. All electrical switches are off. Autopilot's off. Circuit breakers are all in. Okay. Engine starting. Let's actually just have a chat with Tower, and let's grab ATIS before we do this. I'm just going to pause. No, that doesn't work. What did I just do? What I wanted to do was freeze track IR. I think it's F12. Pause. F9. Okay, it's not working for me. I'm just going to hit. No, I'm going to hit pause. There we go. Right, pause that. I'm just going to run and grab. There was some paper here, just so that I can write down what the tower tells me. Come on. There we go. Okay, so didn't know that one track R on it's bus sim as well. His solution is better than track R because you don't need something on your cap or headset, and it's faster and smoother, and it costs 10 quid. Yeah, exactly. I see. I agree. There are definitely cheaper alternatives, which, as far as I'm concerned, just work as well. Obviously, I'm sticking with track R simply because I have it. Exactly the same for me. Zyderpunk, maybe that's how it's said. Yeah, what works is what works, I guess. Yeah, that's true. You do what you can with what you've got, really. And I think something you learn in flight simulation is making intelligent purchases. I think that's definitely something over the years of flight simming that I've been doing this so far. I've learnt, like, now I won't buy the same things that I might have bought when I first started. I was like, oh, that looks like a cool airport, let's buy that. But then now, years later, whenever I see scenery or add-ons, I first in my mind go through okay, am I actually going to fly that regularly, or am I going to fly to that destination regularly? Do my virtual airlines have destinations that sync up with the scenery that I'm actually investing in? You know, those kinds of things. So, and again, that's part of the reason why I haven't bought into P3D version 4 yet, is because certain add-ons that I can't live without are not compatible yet. So I am fully intending on moving over to P3D version 4, but just not yet. So let's put on my headset. There you go. Just so that we look pretty snaz. Right. So upon engine starting, I was going to actually. I don't want to start the engine yet, but I want to contact tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go battery on, avionics on, like so, and I'm going to start up the GPU. Actually, because I don't want to drain the battery. I can't hear that actually. Is there a GPU switch? I can't see an actual GPU switch, and I can't actually hear the GPU running, so I'm not quite sure about that. But I'm just gonna turn things on. Okay, and I'm going to go to ATIS is 12822. It's a long time since I've used these Bendix King comm stacks and stuff, to my shame.
Hello, 5. Departing aircraft, make initial contact on frequency 124.0. Eastern information. Acknowledge receipt of information. Charlie, time 0820. Runway is 27. Surface wind 250. 18 knots. Visibility 10 kilometer or more. Broken 2,700 feet. Broken 4,000 feet. Temperature +18. Dew point +12. QNH 1012. Transition level. Flight level 75. Departing aircraft, make initial contact on frequency 124.0. Eastern information. Acknowledge receipt of information.
Cool. Cool, so that's pretty much where we're at. By the way, guys, how was the audio level for you? Yeah, must admit, completely moved to P3D version 4 now. The problem is once you try it, you can't go back to FSX. Exactly. Once I go to that that version 4 platform where there's no vast problems at all, I will not come back, and that's my problem. Like, okay, so I'm way over here on this ramp, and okay, so if I go to, is that West Apron? No, it's not West Apron. I'm right on the Central Apron. Nope. Okay, maintenance in area north. I'm on maintenance area north here. So let's just zoom in. So when he gives me taxi clearance, he will most likely give me Mike Alpha to Sierra 2 or Whiskey 2 or Alpha 1, depending on which. Like, I could take off from Sierra 2, but you know, it's up to what he wants to give me. So let's just get back in the aircraft and see what he says. That's 1240. That is correct. Yep, you can hear me. What about the level of audio for ATC? That was more my question. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So what I'm going to say is I'm Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, and I am on the maintenance ramp, maintenance area north. East Midlands Tower, good morning, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Level 1 ATC was okay, cool. Okay, will do. Pass the message. East Midlands Tower, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is a Texan T6 or a Harvard on the maintenance ramp, maintenance area north ramp, requesting VFR clearance to the south east with information Charlie, QNH at 1012. No flight plan. I always do that. I always forget to put my flight plan in. EGNX. EGSC. It's always the way, isn't it? LE. Via LE. Let's go. Let's say via Leicester. Don't even know how to spell Leicester. I'm not even going to try and spell that. Via LE 3835. That's 383.5, and cam cam is 332.5. 332.5. There we go. And it's definitely not going to be that long. It's going to be at most, I'm hoping, about an hour and 45 minutes. Let's say I have about 2 hours and 45 minutes fuel. Cruise speed is about 100 knots. Altitude, let's call it 3,000 feet. And I have voice, it's going to be VFR. Firefly burn. Let's just check the QNH was set correctly. That is 1012. Should fly to Biggin so you get a flight over the city. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that, I think, on another day. I'll do that maybe, because I'm already set up, ready to go now. So, and I don't have all day, I'm afraid. I've got to go somewhere for 12 o'clock. So, East Midlands Tower, Golf Lima, Indy Foxtrot Romeo. Sorry about that. Just filed my flight plan now. Okay, taxi via Mike Alpha Hold Short 01. East Midlands Tower, that's taxi via Mike Alpha to hold short for Sierra 1, Golf Lima Indy Foxtrot Romeo. Cool, so he has decided he doesn't want to actually talk. He just is going to give me text, which actually isn't a big deal at all. It's actually good because I never mistake what he's saying, which is probably the one big gripe that I have with VATSIM. I wish they would update their audio codecs or move their database to TeamSpeak or something like IVA has. But anyway, okay, cool. So we have got a clearance, and I'm going to take away the GPU, and I'm going to try and start this thing. So this is where mistakes are going to be made. Check prop has been pulled 9 blades. Yes, I did. A fuel selector is on desired tank. Let's give ourselves about ½ an inch of fuel. Mixture is rich. Prop full decrease. Yeah, full decrease. Battery is on. That's right. Prime. If cold, yeah. Let's just get some. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 5. Let's just check chat again. I wish that IVO and VATSIM would merge. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know that feeling. It's like there's aircraft over here on IVO, and there's aircraft over here on VATSIM, and they don't talk to one another. That defeats the whole the whole reason of having an online world that's all together. But anyway, that's the story of the world, isn't it? It's the story of human civilization is division, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh, there's a nice little armrest. Right, so I have done my 5 strokes. Starter engage. After 4 blades, mags to both. Okay, so my mags are there. So I'm going to start after I see 4 blades. I'll pop the mags on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Wow. That was actually so much. No, don't die. Don't die on me. Don't die. Don't die. Don't leave me. Cool. Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Volume is all the way up in here, so let me just turn the volume of the engine up slightly more because it's a little bit. There you go. Right. Yeah, it would give us so much more ATC coverage. That's true. Okay, so I'm idling with the props at full decrease. Let's just check the oil pressures. Let's get down here. So temperatures are fine. Oil pressure is 32, which is fine. It's not in the green, but that's probably because I have the propeller at full decrease. Oil pressure is fine, it's in the green, and fuel is flowing normally. Okay, so that's good. I should probably put this down to 4,000, I believe is the UK transponder code, the default transponder code. So let's turn on some lights now. It's easier to do it from here actually, because you can see them. Nav, yep, so let's put the nav on. Let's put the passing light on. Now let's put our landing. Let's not put our landing lights on quite yet. Okay, so he gave us taxi clearance, which we can follow without having to call him back. So let's take a right-hand turn and then a left. Okay. Let's put prop full forward and just watch where we're going. So when I was flying in the T-6 in Norway, I was flying in the back seat here, and it was amazing. And after flying in the real one, I could definitely tell that A2A have their internal modelling down to a T. It really did look all that and some more. It did really look good. Okay, so do you fly to Dublin with heavies, A330s and etc.? Actually, I don't really. I've really very, very rarely flown into Dublin, Kai. I don't actually have any Dublin scenery, so no, I've not really flown into Dublin. I've flown more into Belfast City and Belfast Aldergrove, but if you're a Dubliner, you don't really want to hear about Belfast, as far as I can. But I did used to live in Northern Ireland for 8.5 years, so I do know Aldergrove and Belfast City more than I do Dublin. Okay, right on Alpha. So I'm just working the foot pedals here, and we should get off fair. Oh, closing no further ATC. Over to 122.8 for Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Sorry you couldn't stay for longer, but yeah, have a good weekend. So that's 122.8. Yeah, he was probably like, oh, there's nothing else going on. I'm off. I'm going to do something else on my Saturday. 122.8. Oh crap! And while doing that, I almost ran off the taxiway. This Harvard though, everything about it, the sound, the vibration, just, you know, really, really beautiful. 20 people watching the stream, wow. So doing live streaming on YouTube is much better for you guys than it is if I go on Twitch, because I mean, if you're already if over 5,000 people subscribe to the channel, you will get the notification through YouTube instead of having to go to Twitch. So I'd say that's a win-win for you guys. Well, you're watching me, so it probably isn't. Belfast and Dublin are my two home airports. I hardly see anyone in P3. Mate, Kai, I've just got to make sure I don't miss my taxiway. He told me Sierra 1, and this is Sierra 1. So, yeah, mate, I should... Actually, while I was thinking about where to be flying this morning for this stream, it did cross my mind to fly in and out of Belfast City or Aldergrove. I have some family that live over in Enniskillen on the west coast in Fermanagh. So what I could actually do next time I stream, if I make this regular thing, which I'd actually like to, I could do a VFR into Aldergrove or Belfast City. I've got the scenery for both Aldergrove and Belfast, so right, let's just sit on our brakes for the moment. EGCC traffic inbound, that's not a problem for me. Let's just double check VATSIM, make sure no one's in the pattern. Yep, that's totally fine, and he should be gone by now, but that's just VATS by not having updated itself quickly enough. So on frequency going EG NX traffic, taking off runway 27 south east departure VFR. Solid. I don't like how the Harvard engine will jump whenever I change the throttle. I have a feeling it's because I've got one of these old Cytec throttles which is glitchy. So okay, so we're just gonna come down here. We will turn on our landing lights. Okay, warm up and pre-taxi. Oh crap! I didn't actually do that. Run up. I did not do that before takeoff. Controls free and correct. Instrument. Actually, now that I'm here, let's just set the parking brake. Let's do a run up. Hydraulic system check. Lower flaps and check for normal hydraulic pressure. So lowering them there. Where is the hydraulic pressure? It's temperature. Oh, it's going to be somewhere. And there it is. Yeah, still in the green. That's fine. Raise flaps in increments to check lock position. Flap should not creep. Okay, throttle 1600 RPM. You see? Okay, 1600 and cycle. Okay, carb check. Yep, all good. Throttle to field manifold pressure is 2000. Let's put it up to 2000. Oh, sorry, no, I was looking at RPM, not manifold pressure. Duh. Engine instruments checked. Yeah. Cylinder head temperatures holding. Yeah. Everything's still in the green. Hydraulic pressure's good. Yeah. Temperature's fine. And amps are good. Magnetos check. Yeah, I did check. Oh, I did do that. Oh, it was the carb check I should have been looking for. You stupid mantok. Everyone in the chat's probably looking at me going, what a twat. Anyway. Where is my carb? Oh yeah. Yeah. You see a drop in RPM. There we go. So cruise mixture, Magnetos check. Okay, mixture back and watch. So cruise mixture check at 1900 RPM. So let's put it up to 1900 RPM, like so. Pull mixture back slowly, note a slight increase then. Like so. Throttle back to 400, 500. Controls free and correct, instruments and switches checked. Fuel selector, fullest tank, mixture rich, primer locked. Let's lock that primer. Full increase, trim tabs, 11 o'clock. Elevator needs to come back to 11 o'clock. Rudder, 2 o'clock. Well, I'm not going to bother about flaps up. Engine gauges checked. Okay, let's go. No more fussing around. Rotate at 80 to 90. And rotate. Gear up. And flaps up. Check. Trim. Climb out at 110. Let's just build the speed to 110, which is there, and begin a climb. Verify safe landing area. Yep. Gonna bring in the canopy now, and then bring the manifold pressure immediately back to about 30, and then the RPM back to about 19 for a cruise. Okay, I've learnt with these radial engines, as soon as you take off, you pull them back because they will not survive long. I learnt that with the 377. You cannot survive long. Okay, 2000 RPM, 30 inches, and 110. Advanced throttle to maintain 30 inches of manifold pressure as I climb. Over 3000 closed canopy. Oh well, I suppose I could keep it open a while longer. I'm clicking on it now, but it won't open, so never mind. It's nicer to keep it a little bit quieter. Okay, engine gauges, check. Let's just check. Oil is fine. They're in the green. Hydraulic pressure still good. Yep, everything's still good. Let's just check. Cylinder head temperature is still in the green, which is good. That's the big fearful one. You have to be careful of the cylinder head temperatures. Right. So, how are you doing back there, Heidi? Heidi's doing well. That's good. And the English countryside is floating underneath us as we depart East Midlands. There's my GoPro view right there. Right, so let's just think about our okay, shoot. This will show you how long it's been since I've flown this aircraft. I naturally assumed that there would be an ADF needle in this cockpit, but I've just realized there is not. So we're going to have to just take bare headings. We're going to say let's fly 122 to Leicester. So let's, oh no, actually no, let's fly down to Nottingham Markfield, the M1 junction. So that's 122. Let's turn to that. Already 2,000 feet. Whoop. And we don't want to descend too much while we're trying to watch where we're flying. I will look down at chat in a second while we're in the cruise and on the right heading, but for now let's just sort this out. And remember to use a little bit of rudder for your ball and slip indicator when you're doing those tighter turns. So there you go. That's about where we want to be. Okay, and we're just in a really nice shallow climb, and we're trimmed out nicely. So I call that stable flight, just passing 2,200 feet. So let's have a look at the chat now. I used to live there. I live in Omer. Now I miss EKN. Yeah, just joined. Looking good. You using Orbex? Yes, using Orbex, Morgan. Orbex is basically, I live and breathe Orbex at this point. And again, what I was saying earlier is one of the reasons why I haven't moved to P3D version 4 is that I can't bear flying in P3D version 4 without all of my Orbex airports. The Orbex regions are in version 4 now. I'm still waiting on Orbex Vector and the specific airports. So, excuse me. I hope that YouTube actually saves this stream whenever I finish streaming, because it would be nice to actually have that as a YouTube video after I've done this, so that we have this recording. It's nice to see the modelling and see how there's little screws on the dashboard. See, and the screws aren't just, they haven't just done the screws as a bitmap, they've actually 3D modeled the screw heads. That's A2A for you. Just the pure beasts that they are. Anyway, a little tiny bit of turbulence. I could feel the wind just there. Yep. So let's just add a little bit more power to bring our manifold pressure back up to 30, because as we climb, our manifold pressure decreases. So we've got to keep an eye out for that junction. And oh my goodness, where did I turn? I'm supposed to be over here. That was ridiculous. Okay, so 3,000, let's level out at 3,000, or try to level out at 3,000. Oh, 122, I went to 222. Idiot. Anyway. Okay, so that big motorway just there that you can see, that is pretty much, yeah. If I zoom in, yeah, so this motorway that I'm following, or no, is that a motorway? Is that a motorway? Yes, it is. It almost looked like a river. Okay, so that's the junction, and I'm basically follow that junction down into Leicester. So, yeah, so that's the mark field. So that right there is the junction, VRP junction that I was looking for. So I wasn't too far off. Well, I kind of was, but yeah. So from there, I'm going to follow that road through those woods, and Leicester is off the nose just there, so I know I'm in the right place. And there's a cloud in front of me, and I'm going to descend because I don't want to be going through that cloud. Just joined, looking good. Lava Vloggin, sub me. Well, what kind of videos do you have? Some videos on your channel for me to sub for? Lama Vloggin. Kai, they do save it in stream on PS4, and they are all in my channel. Okay, cool, cool. So you've got some YouTube streamed videos saved on your channel. I will have to go and check after this. So that's Leicester. Okay, so let's look at our knee map as well again. So from Leicester, we pretty much should be flying 123 degrees to Cambridge. The distance is 50 miles. So, and we've got a tailwind. So from Leicester, next thing we want to be looking for is the Leicester Airport. So on this basic heading, let's just change to make sure that okay, so that red dot off the nose is probably one of the lights of the airport, so let's head in that direction. It's just mostly GTA and online Destiny. Cool. Cool. I used to play a little bit of GTA. Whoa! I used to play a little bit of GTA, but my friend that I was playing with is off doing other things, so it's kind of boring playing by myself, so and plus I wasn't really that much of an arcade person. I was much more of a simmer at heart. So 11 people watching the stream. So for those of you who are watching the stream who haven't said anything in the chat, please feel free, because it'd be nice to get to know you, and you know, if you have any questions about the videos that I do and what I'm doing in the future, because I am actually thinking of doing more in the future. I have recorded the narration for the next PPL training video. You should all be happy to know. It's just finding the time to actually edit the video. Basically, my time has become even more busy recently. Pilot Flight Academy in Norway have got me back up there at the end of May for a second shoot. which went fantastically. That's the time when I flew in the Harvard. And that's gone fantastically, but it just means that all of my free time now is being taken up by video editing for them, because I have a lot of freelance videos to pump out for their training series. So that's kind of what's taking up huge chunks of my free time at the moment, and it's only times like this morning that I'm able to come online, because I have a night shift tonight at one of the air bases that I work at. I do bird control at 2 Air Force bases near where I live here, so I'm doing a night shift tonight, which means I have from now until this afternoon off. So I thought, well, I could feel a bit of a choppiness in the tailwind there. And there is the Leicester Airport. Right, so now we've hit Leicester Airport, we're on the right heading. Let's just see, the next visual point is Corby. That right there is Priors Hall Park, as it looks like a village there, and Deanthorpe. So that's what's going to be ahead of us. Let's just make sure that we don't descend too rapidly here. I play a mix of PC, PS4 and Xbox 360. Very nice. Peter, you hold a CPL rating, by the way? No, I don't, Zyderpunk. I actually don't hold any official aviation ratings at all in life. All of my experience has been simulator experience and little snippets of real life flying experience at the controls while a responsible instructor or pilot has been sitting next to me overseeing what I do. So yeah, you can see that choppiness. You see how I'm being skidded left and right? That's the tailwind. That's a 17 knot tailwind. Yeah, so I've flown a Cessna 172 for a few moments a couple of years back. I flew the Harvard, which was amazing. We flew out. Me and the owner of the Harvard flew out from Oslo Sandefjord Airport, Torp Sandefjord, flew out to the coast, and he said, yeah, just circle around the lighthouse. There was a lighthouse on the coast, and there's a little bit of a stutter there, and I was in this kind of view right here, and I was looking at my attitude indicator, and it was caged right here, and I called to him and I said, I'm going to uncage my attitude indicator just so I can see. And he was like, no, leave that attitude indicator. Look out the window, man. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So, after, oh my goodness, I have no clue what that is. I don't want to know. It looks like a huge bloodbath up ahead. There's probably some scenery that hasn't loaded properly. But, well, I hope you one day pursue a PPL. Yeah, Zyderpunk, I would love to pursue a PPL at some point in my life. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before I have the money and the time, but you never know. You never know. It is something I would definitely like to do. It's just finding the right time with the money as well. I mean, I'm pretty penniless at the moment these days, but that's what all the pilots in Norway were asking me. They were like, so, with your level of interest in aviation, you know, do you have a PPL? What do you fly? You know, the standard question the instructors would ask me is, so, what do you fly? And I'm like, I fly a computer. So, good morning, Skizimmer. Sky Simmer? Ski simmer? The biggest problem with flight simmers tends to make people focus on the instruments. Yeah, that's right. So there's a lake off to my left-hand side. This is the village / town I was saying is ahead of me. Yeah, that's that little lake. And we want to be looking at Corby. I think that's probably. Let's just turn left. Yeah, so Corby, this is the town of Corby. There is a, I don't quite know what that is. That's a college? Okay, we might be able to see Tresham College as we come over. the centre of Corby. Let's just watch out for that. My goodness, what on earth? I have never, in all of my days on FSX and P3D, I've never ever seen something as bad as that. That is a serious scenery glitch. Someone wanted to paint the ground. And what's your favourite jet? For me, it's the 330s and 350s. My favourite jet in real life. Favourite jet in real life. Oh, I'd have to say it's a really close call between the 747 and the 787 for me at the moment. Just the aesthetics and the way they both look when they fly, I just really love both of those aircraft. So I can't wait for the the Quality Wings Dreamliner. It should be really soon now, within the next 2-3 months. Okay, so I'm looking out over Corby now, and the college should be just down in here somewhere. There's a big clump of trees right there that you can see, which is this clump of trees off the nose. Well, it's just there, so it should be... Actually, no, could be just down in here I'm passing. Yeah, it's actually just down in there somewhere. Oh my goodness, I have no clue what this is. Do I want to know what this is? And I've strayed off course slightly. Let me just come right. Yeah, so just passing over the college now. There's some nice houses and trees and stuff. So this was just a bit more of an introductory stream to my channel. I've tried streaming on Twitch, as I mentioned, and not really had much success. But I think since YouTube does streaming now itself, I will always do streaming over here. I have a few saved videos over on Twitch you can go and see, but they're all airliner stuff. They're not like small aircraft stuff. I like to try and keep the small aircraft here, but you will find a lot of the skills you learn in flight sim do translate very well to real flying. Incidentally, I fly a CL605 in real life as first officer, but for fun I fly from Blackbush. What's a CL605, man? Not heard of one of those. From Blackbush. Is that an RAF base or something? A CL605. Is there a civilian version of the CL605 that I might have heard of before? Challenger. Okay. The Challenger. That's sounding more RAF-y. Hello, Piero 2979. Piero, are you of the French persuasion, perchance, based on your name? Oh, am I just being an idiot? I'm probably being an idiot. That's what I do best, I think. Holding 3,000 feet, and I have no clue. I just don't. You can see it's a big square. It's one of the tiles. The Orbex scenery tiles didn't load properly, I guess, and it just went. That happened at Notodden for me one day up in Norway. One of the scenery tiles didn't load, and it loaded the wrong thing. Like, it loaded an aircraft skin in that space. It was really funny. No, it's a mid-range executive jet. Okay, it will cross the pond. Nice. Oh, the Challenger. Okay, now I get you. It's like a biz jet. Nice. And you fly from Blackbush. So is that like a charter company you fly for then, or as first officer? That's cool. My friend Eric Lund, who if you're close followers to the channel here, you've probably heard me talk about Eric Lund before, but he recently just flew his first Ryanair leg yesterday, I think it was, as first officer. So yeah, so yeah, congrats to him as well. He's probably not watching. He's probably off flying somewhere in a Ryanair 737. It's just a GA airfield these days. Okay, I find Twitch doesn't work well with what I wanted, but I do say I'm glad you're going to be streaming and will definitely become a regular. Fantastic, Kai. I look forward to seeing you in the future. But Kai, I will definitely have to do my next stream in the Irish region for you because I do have Orbex, Ireland, Republic, and Northern. So I'll have to. You notice how I said Ireland? That's one of the things I picked up and never dropped when I lived there, is how you actually say Ireland. Ireland. So anyway, we're coming further south here. The next thing we'll be passing is what looks to be an old disused aerodrome at Alconbury. Oh, it's Alconbury Western. Oh, that could be Alconbury. No? I'm probably oh, it's Huntingdon. Yeah, no, that is Alconbury. So we'll be coming up to Huntingdon and then St Ives, and this is my territory now. I know Alconbury, not Alconbury, but I know the Huntingdon area fairly well, and then up to the left, up to the north is Peterborough, and I live in Cambridge, so I know the area fairly well. It's confusing. I actually am employed by the holding company for the aircraft. It only employs 4 pilots and his own cabin girls. However, the aircraft is operated by FBO. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Looking forward to seeing it, yeah. A fixed-based operator. Yeah, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, so that's a little kind of niche area in the aviation industry that you just kind of, I guess, do you fly a lot, or do you just fly maybe once or twice a week, or whenever there are customers? And 16 watching the stream. Hey guys who are watching the stream who are not posting in chat, please post in chat so I can say hi and get to know you a bit if you're ever deciding to come back. I'd like to try to make these streams a bit more regular, so don't want to descend too much. Okay, so off my nose looks like Huntingdon there, or yeah, that looks like Huntingdon, and I think I can see the old RAF Alconbury off to the left hand side, but we'll see. It could be further over there. Let's not descend too far now. Most of the time I'm waiting around for a flight, if I'm honest. Yeah, I guess that's true. But while waiting around, I'm sure you've got other things to do, like, I don't know. Oh, crap. And I'm sure it must pay fairly well, so it's not like it's, it's not like you're a... Oh, crap. It's not like you're a lowly commercial first officer for Ryanair, where you have to literally be flying all the time to actually make a penny. Okay, so I'm going to go and actually close my window because the light seems to be... Yeah, so light seems to be screwing up the track. Sorry everyone who just threw up and vomited horrendously over their monitors or iPhones while watching. Lols. Right, I think I may have strayed off the beaten path. No, I haven't. No, if I take a... Yeah, no, if I stay... This is the A14 now. This is the A14, so we're all good. I'm on the homeward stretch. I'm going to follow the A14 into Cambridge. Yep, that's Alconbury up there. What I could do, actually, guys, actually, what I could do is I could fly from Cambridge and just continue going, and I could go up to Lakenheath. Actually, I might do that because Lakenheath and Mildenhall is where I work, and I've got the scenery for Lakenheath as well. That's really cool. Yep. It's decided. It's totally decided. I'm going up to Lakenheath. I'm going to follow the A14 all the way up, and then follow the A10, and then go up to Lakenheath. So. Rave party in the cockpit, lull. Yeah, we got a bit crazy there, didn't we? Yeah, someone got a little bit excited. Shubham Yaiswal. India, from India. Welcome, welcome, sir. Are you actually watching from India right now? That would be crazy. Far fewer hours than working for an airline as such. However, you never know where you're going to be. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about it. Rave party in the cockpit. JBK has woken up again. Do you think you'll upload any videos flying jet, or are you keeping that on Twitch only? Well, you see, the thing with my channel is I always intended it to be for smaller aircraft videos, for VFR stuff, a little bit of IFR, but then again, IFR videos that were in smaller aircraft. I always shied away from like the big airliner kind of long haul stuff, because that's what everyone does on YouTube. So I wanted to keep away, and I wanted to have a little niche thing going. The largest aircraft I think I would ever want to fully feature on the channel here is the Dash 8, and I did that with Durka a long while ago. I need to hook up with Durka again and do some more shared cockpit. He's probably in P3D version 4 yet, but that's another reason why I'm not in P3D version 4 yet, is the Dash 8 is not across, and that's one of the biggies for me, really, is that shared cockpit and stuff. Not that I do much shared cockpit now, but I'd like to do more. First officer pay is dreadful across the board, sadly. However, flying exec jets has its perks also. Yeah, that's sad to hear that it's that way, but yeah, executive jets do have its perks over just the strain of block-to-block commercial flying, I guess. Yes, sir, I'm watching from India. Fantastic. What time is it over there in India? Whenever you VATSIM, tell us in advance so we can even do a group flight together. Yeah, I should do that. Well, some of you may have noticed I actually put a little link thingy on my Facebook page that said, like, an upcoming event that said, you know, so-and-so is streaming on Saturday at 9 AM. So I will probably do that again for the next stream. I might try to make it Saturday morning again, because it's probably just the best time for me, because my schedule is a bit up in the air still at the moment. It's being changed around. Every Thursday and Friday this month I've had to be waking up at 4 in the morning, and every Saturday of the month I've been going to work at 5 PM and clocking off at 5 AM Sunday morning. So that's a little bit gruesome, but yeah, so I understand you wanted to deliver different videos to everyone else. I was just wondering. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not completely against the heavies, but maybe I could approach the heavies in a different way. Maybe I could do all of the kind of the raw data approaches, or the kind of delving into the systems more than other people usually do. Looking at those little interesting things, because I mean, like, for instance, the 747. I noticed the other day, the 747 has an ADF dial down on the left-hand side, and it's like you would never in your life actually use that for raw data, but it's there. And the reason is that the 747 was designed in, you know, the 60s and 70s or whatever, and it's of that era that it has a few steam gauges left over that they're like, oh crap, we're not quite sure about this whole brand new glass cockpit thing. Let's just whack in a few steam gauges just in case. And they also put in a cigarette ashtray as well, which was highly appreciated. So we've been coming down the A14, and the M11 stretches off down there. That is the M11 just there. That goes down to London Stansted Airport. And if we look off to our left-hand side, this is the A14 continuing. It cuts across the top of Cambridge. It scalps Cambridge, and stretches east towards East Anglia. So if you look down there, there's King's Chapel, there's King's College of Cambridge University, and then the airport is Cambridge Airport is just down there, and I actually live in real life just south of Cambridge Airfield. So that's where I'm actually sitting in my house right now on the computer. So we're going to just follow the A14 as it winds its way along, and we're going to go up past Newmarket, which is... where are we? Yeah, Newmarket's here, I think. Yeah, that's right. Past Newmarket, and then we'll go up the A10. So, and we have a constant right-hand bank there. I think the other reason why I didn't like Twitch is that I'd go on and stream, and like one person would come on, and then 2 minutes later they would like leave again. So the fact that I'm actually streaming now here on YouTube and I'm getting people in the chat actually interacting with me is so much more enjoyable. It's what makes it it's what makes it, you know, exciting for me, and makes me want to come back and do more streams, is the fact that you guys are actually sitting there and enjoying it and actually talking and communicating as well. So, and I've been making YouTube videos long enough now without actually talking to you guys in person that I think it's time that I actually start socializing with you guys a bit more. So, local time 14:53, so that's 2:50. It's almost 3 o'clock. Okay, so that's not too bad. I guess that's understandable. I guess that's how far India, how much further India is on the globe than England. I understand you wanted to deliver. I love that you do GA aircraft. I find it more diverse than the big jets. Yeah, that's... oh crap! What's just happened? Okay, just had a little bit of a freeze there. Yeah, they are diverse. And I think it's one of those portions of aviation that YouTube just kind of misses out a lot of. The YouTube community misses out a lot of small aircraft flying that is really rich and enjoyable and fun, and you can learn so much from it about the basics and the fundamentals of things than you can when you're sitting in a 737, you know, with a glass cockpit and an FMC. That's fun as well, don't get me wrong, but airliners along with executive jets that I fly, I have one purpose in life: to be as mundane and safe as possible. Yeah, I guess. I don't have anything against GA. In fact, it is what got me into flight sim, but I am also now developing an interest in commercial aviation and the larger aircraft. But yeah, GA is content is great. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you as well, Jay. EK. Large aircraft stuff is fun as well, and I actually fly more commercial aviation today on P3D than I do what I'm doing right now. So actually, I am, you know, what I'm doing right now is not as normal to me as it should be. I do a lot of long haul flying. I do it, like for instance last night. Last night I came on and I saw Amsterdam radar and Amsterdam VATSIM was fully staffed. So it's like, you know what, we're going to take off in the 747 from Amsterdam. Crap, there's another lag spike. I'm going to take off from Amsterdam. I'm going to fly to Houston. So I did a 10-hour long haul flight. I went to bed and slept until 6 o'clock this morning. Woke up and the aircraft landed actually about 8:45 to 8:50 local time, which gave me about 5 to 10 minutes to try and figure out how to do a YouTube stream and then start streaming for 9 o'clock. So I do long haul stuff more than I do in large aircraft than I do small aircraft, and I really like the fact that Project Fly by Matt Davis. I like that Project Fly has you're now able to like add different aircraft and add airlines and stuff. Yeah, so the next turn off is the A10, and this is Newmarket. We're flying over now, and I'm really too low here. It's not this turn off, I think it's the next one further down. It's that one right there, and that takes me off. And you can just see Mildenhall, Lakenheath, Air Force Base's scenery popping in, so we do have a visual. And I'll go and I'll circle around both of them and show you. The thing is that you cannot simulate the cockpit of an airline adequately in real life. The biggest single factor is the multi-crew environment. Yep, I totally get you, and I totally understand that, and I think that's why I feel the Dash 8 is so important as an add-on going into P3D version 4. I think the A2A aircraft, the Dash 8, and the PMDG stuff, but then PMDG has been really good about updating their stuff, so I don't worry that it won't be there when I want it. But the Dash 8 for me really is the ultimate thing for version 4. I think whenever I download and install version 4 and I get all my add-ons set up, what I'm planning on doing, guys, is like a day-long stream, like 12 solid hours of just doing shared cockpit in the Dash. And what I'm going to do is have all of my European scenery installed, and I'm going to take a Flybe Dash 8 or something like that. I'm going to just go from airport to airport to airport to airport to airport. I'm going to do like a proper line flight day with as many people who want to do shared cockpit with me as possible. And I'm just going to fly in the sim all day long as a real pilot would in real life, and just fly for the whole day without the sim crashing. So, because at the moment, for me, like, I can fly from one airport to another, but if I'm like, oh, okay, I want to fly to another one, and then another one, like, the VAS will get to the point where it'll only load maybe 2, maybe 3, no more than 3 airport sceneries in the same instance, and then it will crash and give up. So, Project Fly is looking good, yeah. What is Project Fly? Actually, I can't really figure out from looking at the website. So, Skimmer, Project Fly, it's like a virtual airline, but it's not. Basically, every virtual airline that you've ever subscribed to and become a member of, it simulates that particular airline that it's simulating. Like for BA Virtual, I'm a member of BA Virtual, right? I can go and fly a Speedbird aircraft for BA Virtual and log those hours. That's great. But Project Fly basically allows you to log hours for any airline that you would want to, like absolutely any. And they've recently just updated it so that you can actually pull real-world routes and schedules from Project Fly for any airline you want to and fly for it. And what I've done is I asked them to set up BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, as it was the predecessor of BA. I asked them to set up BOAC as an airline on Project Fly, so I can now fly BOAC routes in the Boeing 377 Stratocruiser. Obviously, I have to make up my own routes because they don't actually have those routes. There's the little Mildenhall Tower. Isn't he beautiful? So I work at Mildenhall. That's where I'm going to be doing night shift tonight. I work in a building over on the northwest side, and I'm going to be doing bird control there. So it's one of the jobs that I do. So that's runway 06 and 27. I think that's 27. Yeah, it's runway 06 and runway 27. And they've got Alpha. They've got the Alpha taxiway on the north side and Bravo taxiway on the south side. So sometimes I'll sit just down here on the behind the wingtip line, and I'll be like, I'll say ground bird control 1, and they'll say bird control 1 ground. Say ground bird control 1 at Bravo West, requesting onto runway 24. I say bird control 1 ground, proceed on runway 24 and advise off. So basically that's how they sound. And I do runway sweeps and airfield sweeps and hangar inspections and all sorts of things. Right, so that's Mildenhall. Let's. I don't have any scenery for Mildenhall, but I'll go and show you Lakenheath. The Lakenheath scenery is incredibly accurate, like incredibly. And this is freeware stuff, guys. So if you guys want an RAF base in England that is high def, get this. Okay, so I'll just read the comments before I get there. How do you get past VATSIM audio quality? I feel a bit intimidated to switch to voices sometimes. Yep, Chalky, I totally feel for you. I've been flying on VATSIM now for years and years, and I still have problems understanding what what the ATC tell me. It's just something you gotta struggle with. The thing I would say, if you're struggling really badly, what I would do is I would go and only fly in your local area where you're bound to hear ATC controllers with your local accent. That is the best way for you to start to feel more comfortable on VATSIM. If VATSIM is that big of an issue, just go fly IVAO. Just do, because yeah, just do. Yeah, IVAO is much better in that respect. Yeah. Okay, so this is Lakenheath. I can show you the exact building where I work. I don't know if I should, but I will. So this is runway 06 and 24, I think. I should know. So there's an old disused runway. This is Victor. That's Victor, and that's Hotel. It's been a while since I memorized the chart. That over there is Sierra. That's where all the F-15s are kept. And there's a little barrier shack, and that's the service road. Right there's barrier shack 4, or I think it's barrier shack 5 actually. And that right there is Sierra. Let's just speed up a bit. It's just props full. Let's just do a bit of flying around here now. Okay, so this is Sierra. Like I said, this is where all of the F-15s will be going to sleep. There's a hush house, that black building right there, that's a hush house. That means they can pull F-15s in there, and you see the little tube at the back and the little upwards pointing vents. That's so that the F-15s can be run at full throttle for engine tests, and it's vented out the back and upwards so that it doesn't obstruct anything else, and it's very quiet in there. So this is November. This taxiway on the north side is November. There's the fire. There's like a little fire area where they do. Oh, that's the ammo depot. This is a little fire area where they have like a little fake F-15 standing there, and they do fire drills and stuff. This is point 4 north and point 4 south. Again, I'm coming around here. I'll go show you the area where I work. Okay, so just coming down Sierra. Woo! Let's just throttle back. That is gate 8, where you come in for a vehicle inspection through gate 8. Sometimes you have to go through gate 8. I try and get through gate 1, but they always send me through gate 8 sometimes. So this is one of the big ramps. You'll usually see 5 or 6 F-15s sitting on here on these ramps. My building is quite close to tower. My building is right where my cursor is, that one right there. That's where we house some of the birds. We use birds of prey and stuff for our bird depredation activities. There's tower in all its glory, and that's the service road you get on to the rest of the airfield. Yeah. And then over here, on the left-hand side, well, on the northwestern side, this is just more ammo depots right here. So yeah, it's a lovely place. It really is a lovely place. I do like Lakenheath. It's nice working in amongst the jets. So Mildenhall has all the big heavy tankers. So that's a different kettle of fish. But hello, Aussie Simmer. Is that AUS, Australian Flight Simmer? Hello, welcome. Yes, but there are times when they ask for something unexpected and everything turns into blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, let's come in for touch and go. Let's just bring the climb, cruise, approach and landing, autopilot off, reduce speed 130. Carb is cold. That's correct. Yep, carb is cold. Gear down and locked. Fuel selector, fullest tank. Fullest tank now is going to be the right tank. So let's put that on the right tank. Prop control 2000 RPM. Downwind 120. I'm about on 120 now on downwind. base 110, flaps is required, so let's turn base now. Let's just make sure we do a proper nice base turn here. Making sure we use rudder, coordinated rudder as well. Okay, that's my base leg. Okay, coming down to 110. Let's put one notch of flaps. There they come down. Okay, and there's my final leg. So on final, let's bring gear down. Gear is coming down. Gear is locked. Let's just do some trimming. Got a really dry throat now. Let's see how good we can get this touch and go. The C-130s looked to be landing in less runway than my Cessna 172 was, lol. Funny story, many years ago now when I was training for my CPL Lakenheath, were kind enough to fit me in for a bunch of touch and goes. Wow, oh crap, I'm going to read the chat and crash into the ground. That's really cool. That's really cool that you were able to come into Lakenheath. I mean, these days, you don't see anything else other than military aircraft coming in and out of Lakenheath and Mildenhall. Mildenhall, you see there's a bizjet that comes in and out of Mildenhall today, but I think the bizjet's actually owned by the military, so that's probably the only reason why it comes in and out. My throat's really dry now. Okay, yeah, so it's runway 24, clear to land, 24, touch and go, oh no, clear touch and go 24. Touch and go 24, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, and with the barrier shacks just there, you have cables that run across the runway, which you'll probably be able to see. This scenery is really nicely done. Yep, the cable's just there. And there's touchdown. And left rudder. And increase throttle to full. That wind, oh that wind, that wind. Okay, wheels off. Decrease manifold pressure to 30 again and bring that throttle back to 2000. Maintain. Bring the wheels up. They're creating drag. Maintain altitude. Try to increase some airspeed before we hit those trees. Yep, increasing speed. Increasing speed. Let's bring the flaps up. Yeah, those C-130s really do have high performance, I tell you. I do like watching them land and take off at Mildenhall. They really do look beautiful. And the old KC-135 refueling tankers, they're the military version of the Boeing 707. It's really weird because there's nowhere else in the world these days that you will see a Boeing 707 flying around and doing stuff. But the US military use them as KC-135 refueling tankers. And I think I remember reading an article recently that said that they're going to be swapping out the KC-135 fueling tankers soon with new refueling tankers that are based off the 767, and they're not going to have any let me just look at my phone. Yep, okay, that's fine. They're not going to have any like a viewport at the back where the boom is, because they're going to have like a virtual reality, like 3D virtual reality goggle headset that the boom operator can put on, and he can do the boom operation and refuel aircraft and jets without actually looking out of the airplane. And this means that when you flick over to infrared or night vision, you can actually refuel aircraft in pitch blackness. Plan G is just being Plan G. And that is a huge advantage. Apparently, up until recently, they weren't able to do air-to-air refueling in pitch blackness, but now apparently they can with night vision, and this new setup that they're going to have in the new 767 refueling tankers. Oh yeah, I'd love to see A2A make a twin GA. I've been waiting for that. Actually, if you look closely on the A2A Facebook page, they did hint at an A2A twin GA, the Piper Seminole. They did hint that they were actually developing the Seminole, but then they haven't mentioned it since. And they mentioned that before we ever heard about the T6 and the Constellation. So they've been quiet about it since the release of the T6 and the Constellation. I have a feeling their next release could be a twin. I really hope it is. Well, sometimes they are training RAF controllers. They are pleased to accept the odd GA aircraft for the approach to the touch and go. Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I'm going to do a shorter final approach here. I'm going to make this one a full stop landing, guys, because I need to go get something to drink and go get ready for the rest of my day. I've got other things going on, so I knew I couldn't stream all day long, but yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. We have 16 on the stream at the moment. Thanks so much for joining and making my first proper stream a lot of fun. And I'm glad we've had some good success in the chat. We've got some good chats going back and forth, and I'm too fast and too high, so I'm just going to bleed my speed, bring the gear down, and flaps full. What that means is I'm going to do a side slip here. See my rudder? Got my rudder going in the opposite direction. I'm side slipping it down like a boss. Yeah, so yeah, Rob Walker, thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining. I hope to be streaming fairly regularly, so our next stream I could easily be an Irish VFR stream, but what I want to do is I want to prioritize my streams where there is VATSIM ATC. So if there's no VATSIM ATC next Saturday morning, I might wait until I get some good. I'm gonna just change my view there so I can see over the nose a bit better. Down we come, down we come. Good center line, and flare, baby, flare. That's as good as I'm going to get today. Okay, a little bit of left rudder. Okay. Okay, oh, my tail wheel's still doing its thing. I thought my tail wheel was down. Oh, shoot. The T6 has struck again. See, that's the thing about A2A aircraft, is that, like, I can't open the window. Oh, why I'm stuck. What? It's taking off again. Stop. Okay. Idling around 1,000 RPM. I'm going to bring my elevator's full deflection backwards. Yep, thank you, Chalky, for joining. Thank you. Yeah, great stream. Good to hear, and I definitely will have to do this more often. Saturday mornings look like a pretty good time for me, so all going well. I should be able to use that time. So I'm going to come off 0.1 south on the left hand side up here. That's Barrier Shack 3. That's where I'll drive along the little service road to Barrier Shack 3, stop there and ask to get onto the runway from there. And you just get on and do a sweep and stuff. And this is the end of Sierra. This is 0.1 south. So I'll come in here. And this is generally, actually, the taxiway markings are different in real life. This is a big area here where the F-15s can pull off to one side and disengage their ordnance and stuff. And whenever they taxi up Sierra, and they stop here before they take off to do their final checks and stuff. So and I'm going into a restricted zone here. I'm not allowed in here with my van because I'm not important enough. I'm not special. I'm just going to park. See if I can. Oh! You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the A2A towing thing here. Let's just not hit that stuff there. Okay, so I'm just going to swivel it around. Stop it just about there. That's perfect. Okay, yeah, and I tried opening my canopy, but I couldn't. Is there canopy, rear canopy, tight hands. Okay, click of it. Where is my front canopy? I usually click it, and it comes open. Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway. Okay, so let's just shut the engine down. After landing, shut down. Radius transponder off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Avionics off. Throttle 1450. Throttles at 1450 RPM. Stupid thing. It won't smoothly transition from one thing to the other, will it? Okay, mixture off. Oh, I have to decrease the propeller for 20 seconds. So I'm just letting that run down, and I'm going to pop in the parking brake while I'm at it. Take my feet off the pedals. Yeah, it is a gorgeous plane, isn't it? That should be long enough. Mixture off. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Magnetos off. Master switch off. Fuel selector off. Controls. Let's lock those controls. I think it's that. Yes. Chock or tie down plane. Okay, so now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty plane. Empty plane. Put pitot cover on. Go to the front view, and I'm going to tow it. Oh, I have to take the parking brake off. Ha ha! Check this. This is what I love about the Piper Cub as well. So I'm not doing P3D version 4 until A2A get all of their aircraft in there. So don't complain to me. Complain to Scott and Lewis. You should all sign a petition to Lewis Bloomfield of A2A Simulations saying, get all of your aircraft in P3D version 4, because Mantop Productions won't do videos in P3D version 4 until you do, so that'll make them hurry up. You may enter T6, but you may never leave. Yeah. You may take off in T6, but you will not land T6. T6 lands itself. Yep. Ground loop. I know. Got to get a ground loop in there just for the viewers, you know. Got to do it just for kicks. So I took off from East Midlands, bound for Cambridge, and end up in a Lakenheath military hangar. So, you know, life. Yeah, but this scenery is top notch, and it's free. It's totally free scenery. It's insane. I found it online. Okay, oil clean kit. Let's pop that in there. Let's not put it on jacks. Tie downs, wheel chocks, control lock, oil clean kit, empty plane. Cool. that's pretty much it. Let's just go to a neutral view, like that. That the static view, and that's my first stream of. Yeah, it's my first successful stream. So yeah, so this is Lakenheath. Yeah, very, very beautiful scenery. So I don't really do that much military flying at all in P3D. I would usually do military stuff in DCS or Sturmovik, you know, IL-2 Sturmovik 1942 or Battle of Stalingrad or something like that. I should do some of those videos actually, but anyway, I will leave you at a lovely view of the Strike Eagle complex, which I've been inside. I have a friend. I will leave you with this lovely view. So yeah, thank you very much for coming to the stream, and I will see you very soon, guys.